Hello guys, it's Master100 here, and today we're doing another Bakugan BakuTech Retrospect episode. This is episode 24 on Gus Burnan. Gus Burnan was released in BTD-03, the Rise deck. It is a Pyrus Bakugan, it has 590 Gs, and it was released in July 2012. Taking a look at its ball form, it is molded in red plastic, has some white markings, some gold, and some silver. Opening it up, it opens up like that, and does have two manual parts with the feet. Taking a look at its open form, it is fairly tall, long neck, pretty basic beyond that though. And as for its physical design, it doesn't really do much of anything. This is what most people would call a deck filler. A lot of the decks in BakuTech have one Bakugan that the deck is centered around. There are some exceptions of course, but the Rise deck is a deck like that. It is focused on Rise Dragon. So the other two Bakugan kind of just exist, and Gus Burnan really doesn't get to do much of anything. Some deck fillers do have gimmicks, or at least concepts behind them. This one just doesn't. The one thing it could have had going for it would be the feet here. These look like soul pieces. They are modeled basically the exact same. However, they are not actually soul pieces. They're just regular plastic feet that are embedded into the Bakugan. Now, closing Gus Burnan is fairly simple. First up, you take the manual parts and put them back, and then after that, the head just comes down, wings fold in, that's it, it's closed. Looking at the anime, Gus Burnan is owned by Harubaru, the main character of BakuTech, though based on my deck filler description, you can imagine this is more so an extra Bakugan. He does use Gus Burnan, so it is somewhat relevant, but the Bakugan really isn't a main focus or anything like that. But again, being owned by the main character does give it some value. And now let's move on to the variants. Gus Burnan has one variant, the Blue Blaze version. This was released through a Bakushop lottery campaign and has 600 Gs. And lastly, for competitive, Gus Burnan really never had anything going for it. Being tall in BakuTech generally isn't ideal. Not saying every tall Bakugan is bad necessarily, but Gus Burnan has nothing else going on. If the feet could have been soul pieces, then it wouldn't be as bad, but because they're not, this thing's never really had any competitive value to it. Not when it came out, and certainly not by the end of BakuTech. So by my metrics, this ranks around the bottom of E tier. And that's Gus Burnan. Yeah, these early deck fillers probably won't be that long of episodes. There's just not much to them. But the series is aiming to cover every Bakugan released in BakuTech, so I have to cover it. But anyway, that's really all for the episode. Next episode will be on Natha Nagina, so until then, thanks for watching and bye-bye.